My name is Andrew Serafini. I'm a state senator from District 2 in Washington County. I want to take a few moments today just to talk to you about taxes. We have seen over the last, or at least the previous administration, significant tax and fee increases. I'm not trying to be critical, I'm just saying through the tough economic times, it was the decision of the previous administration to try to raise taxes, to raise revenues, to kind of have the government help us out of the economic downturn. This is a philosophy that has been used for years, but I do not support, and I would have to tell you, evidence does not seem to indicate that it worked. We believe the best thing we can do at any time is put as much money back into the taxpayer's pocket. There are key and foundational services that the government must provide. That must be public education, public safety, and our infrastructure. But beyond that, we have to always ask, is this a role that government should be doing? To that end, I applaud Governor Hogan that he has cut spending. He has returned fees back to the taxpayers of this state. And I'm further proposing this year proposals that will reduce the income tax. We have to do this in a measured and well thought out way because we understand that we're still trying to keep our budget in balance, not only now but in the future. But as we've seen some improvements, and those may be challenged in the future, as we see those happen, we think that after you've had the spending cuts, it is time that if revenues increase to return it back to the taxpayers. So we're looking at both a very simplified flat tax proposal, which we think is flat and fair, that would reduce the rates for everybody in the state, but it does get rid of all the credits and deductions, and it's simplified and we think fair. It lowers the rate but broadens the base. The other one would be to simply reduce taxes across the board. We'd like to do this much faster and more aggressive, but it does not seem that would be prudent at this time. But we'd at least like to start to say to the citizens of the state, you have stepped up, you provided additional revenues through higher taxes in tough times. As the state is doing better, we'd like to return that to you. I'm hopeful that the legislature will work with all of the parties to move this forward to help all levels of people, but specifically the middle class in our state, which Moody's Analytics and other groups have said have suffered the most. That's my intention. I hope that we'll be successful, and thank you for what you do for our state.